Hey guys, Cope with the Soap here, making another starfox rant. So it's been a couple years since I released my last starfox rant, basically talking about how Nintendo hasn't released a new addition to the Star Fox franchise for about 10 years and have been prioritizing other titles such as Zelda, Mario. I was a little bummed that they were excluding a lot of their various other popular titles to give light to their already existent popular titles. And that's it's a very, smart marketing regime, but it's very typical. Now, it's been a little bit, but the newest Star Fox game came out on the Nintendo Wii U, and I was a little bit skeptical because they reverted back to their previous game mechanics, like how it was in the N64 edition Star Fox 64. It was good, but again, the old game mechanics have dated since the Nintendo era, and those simplistic, arcade-like, mechanics don't really age well. They don't really work well in this new industry of gaming, and due to that, the sales were a little bit shaky. Now, I didn't have a problem with the game per se, but I did have a problem with them ceasing to branch off and make something more original, like Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox Assault. They refrained from that from their previous failures in terms of, the fan base's backlash on Nintendo. Now, I have a thing to say about the fans. Nintendo really likes to cater to their old fan base, looking through their nostalgia glasses, seeing what they want to see, how they like to remember it. But Star Fox needs to reinvent itself, like Zelda did, but when Zelda did it, everyone liked it. They added new survival mechanics, they added exploration, open world, and nobody really complained. They didn't add women. But anyway, all I'm saying is basically Star Fox took a new turn with its title Star Fox Adventures. And everybody lost it because it didn't stay true to its old gameplay like style, and a lot of the fans didn't like that. Now, they took that in mind when they made this new Star Fox game and tried to make it like how it was in the 64 edition, but what they don't remember is how short the 64 edition was. The 64 edition was a lot of fun because of its time. There was not a lot of titles like it during that era. It was honestly really, exploring. That title was made to amp up the N64, adding, the vibration, the rumble pack, really showing the console, really showing off the console and the perks and the new specs of this console. Really cool, but it was all part of this marketing regime. And now, when they released a title that could really rejuvenate the extensive originality of the Star Fox universe, they blew it because they were trying to cater to their old fan base. Which, let me tell you, I'm a big fan of the Star Fox franchise, but I have to say the fan base, really critical, really hard to please, and it's really taking a toll on the franchise as a whole. And I think Nintendo needs to stay true to themselves, do what they think is right for the universe, what they think is right for the character, because this series needs to get rejuvenated and basically just bring back life to what used to be of this once renowned series. Now, the Nintendo Switch just came out about 2 months ago. The sales skyrocketed, and it was March, and that's the most a console has ever sold. Not in December, and they really hit the nail on the pin. I gotta say, Nintendo really stuck it in there. They really stuck to their guns and went through with their release. The Zelda title's really good, but again, they made it their release title, which gave that console a good little push. But let's see how Nintendo really pushes through with their new console, their new promises. I'm really excited to see what Nintendo has in store. But I'm hoping to see a new title like Star Fox Adventures, because that has been the most original title, the most enjoyable, full of, extensive lore, originality, creative art style game I've played in a really long time. They just don't make them like they used to.